Hi, myself Sinraj. I am going to teach about the DHCP configurations in router using Cisco Packet Tracer with the different VLANs. Right. So I am going to take routers and switches. Okay. Then I will take one core switch. Then N machines. I will take very few. So each network having 3 systems means N devices, right? Yeah. Then I will do the cabling connectivity. So like that, once you connect it, then as I told in previous video, you can label your text for identifications, right? So like that I connected and connect to router, right? So okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to this network as VLAN 10. The IP network is 192.168.1.0/24 I will take, and for this one I will take VLAN 20, and this range is 2.0, and this range I will take it as VLAN 30, and the network is 3.0, right? So these are all the 3 networks. In a single network I am making 3 networks with different VLANs, right? So then this all the things becomes trunk port and all that I will tell you. This port we are going to made it as trunk, and why we are made it as trunk, that and all I will tell you. So this is the concept. So this all the 3 networks need to communicate. All the traffic should go to this router, right? This router will do the routing functions, right? So because these are all L2 devices, this won't do the routing functions. So now I will start doing in this. Main thing is I am creating the DHCP function in router, and the N machines is going to get DHCP IP address. So let me see the configuration. So first thing, you draw the diagram and let you know what are all the things you need to do. So now what we need to do is we need to create VLAN 10 here, and we need to assign this all 4 ports comes under VLAN 10. I already told you by default it will comes under VLAN 1, all the ports, right? So in all the switch by default it is in VLAN 1. So now what I am going to do is, in this switch I am going to create config terminal. I am creating VLAN 10 in this switch, right? I created. Now exit means this is the function VLAN 10, that's all. Okay, now VLAN 10 is created. Then what next thing is, these 4 ports we need to define comes under VLAN 10. So, and one more thing, you don't want to do one by one port configurations. For example, I already told interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. So instead of writing like this, you can write interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4. Means I am going to do the configurations for all these 4 ports, right? So 1 to 4. Now we are in interfaces 0 by 1 to 4. So now switch port mode access, right? Then switch port access VLAN 10, correct. So now the what this command is saying, that we created VLAN 10 and this all 4 ports is coming under VLAN 10, right? Then I already told do right. So from any configuration you can copy this configuration and give n, you will come back completely to privilege mode, right? So now I did. Then I am entering into this switch. Then I am creating. So like this also, if you type the command is correct, then you can enter. Okay. Then create VLAN 20, exit, then enter into interface fast Ethernet, interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4, correct. Then switch port mode access. What is this switch port mode access means? The port will carry the traffic, carry only one VLAN traffic. If the port is in access mode, that is nothing but the port can able to carry one VLAN traffic, that is access port. Okay. Then switch port access VLAN 20. Okay. Done. No? Then do right. Then end. Then then enable config terminal VLAN 30, exit, interface range fast Ethernet 0 by 1 to 4, then switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 30, correct. Do right. Whenever you are using copying these configurations from any mode, only privilege mode this command will come. Apart from that, any other mode you are writing this do right, you need to write that complete command. Because for example, I told if you press any starting letter, if you press the tab, it won't come here. See why? Because this command is only applicable in privilege mode, but you are copying in any configuration do right, so you need to write the full command. See, now it's done. Then exit, correct. Everything we did know. Yeah. Then so now what I did, I created VLAN 10 and I applied the VLAN 10 for these 4 ports, and I created VLAN 20 and I applied the VLAN 20 for these 4 ports, right? See, even you can hedge over, you can see here, see fast Ethernet 0 by 1 up VLAN 20, and see remaining ports all comes under VLAN 1, right? You can see here, that is by default it is all comes under VLAN 1, already I told. Okay. Then I am entering into this port. Here what we need to do is, we need to assign this port into VLAN 10, this port into VLAN 20 and this port into VLAN 30, and this port will be as a trunk port. That I will tell you why that is trunk port, right? Because see, this port is going to carry only VLAN 10 traffic, no other VLANs is available here, same like all these 3. But in this port, all these 3 VLAN traffics needs to carry this port, right? Then only it will reach router, no? So for that only we are making as trunk port. See, enable config terminal, config terminal. Now we need to create 3 VLANs, right? VLAN 10, then exit, then VLAN 20, exit, then VLAN 30, then exit, right? Now we need to mention that fast Ethernet 0 by 1 comes under VLAN 10. So interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN 10, right? Then exit, then enter into interface fast Ethernet 0/2, then switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN 20, right? Then exit, then enter into interface fast Ethernet 0/3, then switch port mode access, then switch port access VLAN 30, right? So then exit. Now, and also you can ask why this port is in down state, because in L3 devices I already mentioned in previous video that by default port will be in shutdown state. We need to make that port up. Once this side port up, then this side will get up. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am entering into interface fast Ethernet 0/4, right? So I am defining this port as trunk port. I already told this 1, 2, 3 port is carrying only one VLAN traffic, but this fourth port needs to carry multiple VLAN traffic. So this switch port mode trunk, that's all. There is no VLAN and all you need to define. Once you made it as trunk, then it will take care all the traffics, so you no need to mention any VLANs in here. But if you create as access port, then you need to mention that access port comes under which VLAN. Okay, now do right, then exit, right? So all switch configurations is done here. So now I am entering into router. Right, I am entering into router configuration. Give no, then enable config terminal. Almost switches and router configurations is almost the same, like enable global configurations mode. Sorry. Then like entering into interfaces, VLANs, assigning IPs, those all almost the commands is same. Okay, then what I am going to do is, now first I will enable this port into upstate. Okay, now I am enabling this port mode into up, right? So interface fast Ethernet 0/0. See here in router your ports will start from 0/0, but from switches you will get 0/1 only. There is no 0/0. Okay, then I entered, then I told the command called no shutdown. See here, now the port is got up, right? Then what else we need to do? Yeah, we did the port thing, right? Then exit. Now see here, by physically here there is only one cable, right? But we have 3 networks with 3 default gateway need to mention, right? So in this physical interface we are going to create 3 sub interfaces, means 3 network. For 3 network we are going to create 3 sub interfaces. Then how to do that I am doing, please carefully watch there. Now what I did, I just enabled the physical interface, right? Now I am entering into interface fast Ethernet 0/0.1, means I am creating the virtual sub interfaces in the physical interface, right? So now you can see here the variations. We are in global configuration mode, sub interface, right? Okay, now what I am going to define is, I am going to define this VLAN 10 default gateway for this. That end machines need the default gateway, no? So now I am going to create here, I am assigning the IP address, right? IP address 192.168.1.1 is my default gateway for this network, right? and subnet mask is 255.255.0, correct? IP routing and LAN subinterface is only allowed if that is, yeah. So whenever you are doing this subinterfaces configuration, so you have one command called encapsulation.1q10. What is this 10 is nothing but you are defining that this subinterfaces comes under VLAN 10. So that is called encapsulation.1q10. Okay. After that you type this command, then it will assign. Then now what we did, we assigned the IP address for that. Then you give exit, right? Again enter into fast Ethernet 0/0.2, that is nothing but second sub interface. Then encapsulation.1q20, 20 is nothing but VLAN 20, right? Then assign IP address. So if you press the arrow mark, up arrow mark, you will get the previous commands, right? So 2.1, right? Then exit, then interface fast Ethernet 0/0.3, third sub interface, then encapsulation 30, then IP address 3.1. So you got it right. Now we are in router configuration. In this fast Ethernet 0/0, we made it as 3 virtual sub interfaces, and we assigned the IP address, default IP address also. This IP address is nothing but default gateway for this network, right? Then everything we did know. Then give and then write, means we are copying the configuration, right? So now everything we did. So now next thing I am going to teach how to configure the DHCP configuration in router. So as we mentioned, now we only assigned the IP address for this. Now n machines needs to get the IP address from DHCP server, right? So now I am configuring the DHCP configurations in router, right? Okay, then just 3-4 line commands. Just IP address, IP DHCP, right? Pool is nothing but how many what is that, ranges, not range, like how many networks we are going to define. Like IP address DHCP pool 1, so this is nothing but one range of IPs we are going to release from this pool. So this one is nothing but name of that DHCP pool. You can give numbers as well as names, like you can give client, you can give like employees, or you can give like management or administration. So like that variations will be there, no? So according to your departments, you can give the IP addresses also, right? Then after this we are going to mention the network. What is that network range we are going to give? That is nothing but 168.1.0. This is network we are mentioning here. Be careful, right? This is network, right? Then for this network, who is the default router is 192.168.1.1, right? Here you no need subnet mask, because already you mentioned the subnet mask for this, then it will take. So default router is given, right? Then what else? Then exit. And one more thing here, in this range you want to keep some IP addresses out of DHCP pool. For example, you need to assign it statically for some servers or CCTVs, like that. So that also you can keep some like 10 IPs don't use in DHCP pool. From, for example, you assign the DHCP IP addresses from 11 to 254. Keep 1 to 10 means for that IP DHCP excluded address. From which address to which address you need to mention. For example, 1 to 10 you don't use. So if you type like this, then your DHCP will start from 11. Okay, then uh, everything we did know. Then like that we need to create two more pools. For VLAN 20 we need to create, and VLAN 30 we need to create. I will create fast. Okay, IP DHCP pool 2, then network 192.168.2.0 255.255.255.0, right? Then default router 192.168.2.1, right? Then exit. Then in this also I am going to keep 10 IP addresses for other purpose. Excluded IP address 192.168.2.1 to 192.168.2.10. even how many IP addresses you need in this you can keep, like 10 or right 10 or 20, how many you need you can keep in this. So then enter. Then one more pool, IP DHCP pool 3, then network 192.168.3.0 255.255.255.0, right? Then default router 192.168.3.1, right? Then exit. Then in this also I will keep some. If you want you can see without keeping that 10 IP stock. Let me see from which IP it is started to taking. Okay, that also good thing to confirm that. Okay, I copied the configuration. Now everything we created. So we defined the sub interfaces and we configured the DHCP pool, 3 DHCP pool in this router. Now we are going to check in the end machines whether it is getting the IP address or not. And one more thing you need to know, these machines will get only from IP from this range, and these machines will get only IP from this range, same like this one. How you know, right? As we defined the pool, we given the one line command, right? Encapsulation .1q10. So according to that 10, also that interface we mentioned no. So when the IP assigning is requesting from this machine, it will carry the traffic with VLAN informations. So according to that VLAN 10 informations, it will release the IP address. So same like for 20, same like for 30, right? So let me see that configurations. Yeah, everything done. I will copy one more time. Okay, then I will close this. Then let me see the end machines. 1 minute. We will take from machine 1, right? See. Hi, congratulations, we got the IP successfully, right? See, also you can see all the things like IP address started getting from 11 and subnet mask and default gateway, everything is getting perfect, right? Even if you mention in these configurations like who is the DNS server, like you can do that configurations, that you can try. When you are giving that default router, no, next one you can write one command like DNS server. Who is the DNS server? Like Google DNS 8.8.8.8. So that also you will get. Okay, yeah. Then see this DHCP, yeah, 12. Then DHCP, yeah, 13. See here DHCP, yeah, 2.11. So like that you can configure the DHCP in Cisco routers. Even you can configure the DHCP in L3 switches also. You can try that also. Then DHCP, yeah. So as I mentioned, we kept that 10 IP addresses in stock in these two networks. Here we didn't keep any IP addresses in stock. So let me see where we are getting 11 or 2, because one already assigned to default gateway, right? Don't confuse. See, it started giving from 2, You don't say why it didn't came 1, because already 1 is assigned as default router, right? Then see, you will get here 3.3, yeah. Then you will get here 3.4, correct. So now successfully we are getting the IP addresses from DHCP server, and all the things is working fine. And even as I mentioned, this trunk port, this is working fine, because think that by physically it is one cable, we made it as 3 sub interfaces in this physical connectivity, and it is carrying all the 3 VLAN traffics into this, right? So that is the purpose we are making this port as trunk port, means need to carry multiple VLAN traffic. Yeah, good guys, I hope you successfully understand this DHCP configurations in router with different VLANs. Thank you guys, I will meet you in next video. Bye bye.